Q&A. So from now up until 2:15, we can have Q&A about forgiveness meditation, some other issues. So I got some questions through writing. We'll see whether we could answer these questions. First question: can our departed loved ones communicate with us via dreams? If yes, what does it mean? It's not related to our retreat, but seems to be interesting. I recently gave a talk about this issue. Can our loved ones communicate with us in another center? So they'll be uploading their video, so you can see, watch that video for more information. The answer to this question is no, not via dream. We can communicate with them with some practices, dana and all these practices. Because we cannot trust dreams. Dreams can happen for different reasons. In Buddhism, dreams can happen for multiple reasons. There are few reasons about why dreams occur. I only have red color. What to do? You might not like it. It's okay? Color is just a color, right? That's it. Alright. So why dream? How dreams happen? One reason, according to the Buddha, is an inflammation of phlegm, bile, and wind. When an inflammation, these are very particular things about the Ayurveda. So the phlegm, semha, in Pali we call semha. Bile we call, it's called vata. Semha, pitta. Pitta. Pitta, yes. Right, pitta.
Black is better.
Black is better, but I don't have a black color. Do you have few more articles? You have? Okay, great. That's great. Maybe I'm going to bring it a little bit closer. What is it? Okay, great. Yes, thank you. Okay, we got back to your favorite color, blue. Okay, so I'm going to then. One reason the Buddha says why we having dreams is inflammation from one of those, we call them phlegm, bile or wind. In Pali we call Senha, Vata, Pitta, Vata. These three are not always in union. They work differently because of what we eat, how we think, our medical conditions, right? So then, because of an inflammation, something weird, something not going well, we will see some dreams at night. So how do we depend on this kind of a dream, which is really unnecessary? Yeah? Second reason could be flashback of the day. Sometimes things that we have been experiencing throughout the day, they will reprogram, they will reappear in a dream. Can happen, right? Like let's say tomorrow you are flying somewhere, you are going somewhere, thinking too much about it. So before you actually fly, you will have already flown in the dream. Because thinking too much, and then already in the morning you are thinking, where am I? Where am I? Am I at the same place? Not in the destination, flashback. Third is what you call Deva's messages. Deva messages. This is very not very regular thing. It's a very rare thing. Yeah. So these are the three main things. Sometimes people could say you can relate to non-humans, some other non-humans. But most of the non-human things, as we know, they are just not really accurate, true things. And there is one other reason that is only for the Buddha. You know that ascetic Siddhartha saw that he would become the Buddha in a dream. So it's a very specific dream, Buddha's dreams. It's not relevant to us. So your question is, can our departed loved ones communicate with us via dreams? Well, we cannot say from the Dhamma teachings they can communicate, but recently there was one girl who passed away somewhere, and her mother said she appeared in her dream and said, "Mom, I'm okay, don't worry about it," something like that. So, not hurting her feelings, I said, yeah, it could happen, one of these reasons, but it's not accurate. It cannot be accurate. Because you want to make sure your loved ones are okay. So you can communicate with them in a proper way, transferring good karma. That is a better way. Rather than, because dreams are not workable for us, right? You can't change a dream, but you can change actions. Your Dhamma practice, you can change dreams. So what if somebody is having dreams continuously, bad dreams? Now I know there are people who have told me a long time ago that he or she is having a dream, somebody is trying to kill him or her. And after a couple of days, he or she found out somebody is going to cheat, maybe impersonating her. One incident was that she was working in a company and somebody else was impersonating her. And then she felt it in a dream. So there are things like that. But without knowing that actual reason, we cannot say. Because sometimes, I will tell you something interesting. Our mother, father, relatives in the past life, even your husband, wife, teachers, they are watching us. They are watching us in this life. We have a lot of examples in the suttas. There was one man who wanted to show that he's an arahant. He's an arahant. So then he was showing people, I'm an arahant, so give me respect. Then one mother in the previous life appeared in a dream and said, you are not an arahant. You should go see the Buddha. So with that example, we understand some of our loved ones, they are monitoring us, not to trouble us, just to make sure that we are safe. So in that case, we might have certain dreams. Other than that, we cannot have a certain idea that all departed ones can tell things to us via a dream. Maybe we are so tired, we are fatigued with the phlegm by the wind, or maybe flashbacks of the day. We cannot accurately say that they can convey. Better not to think that way, because then whatever the things that come up in your dreams, you have to believe. Would you like to go there? I don't think it's a good idea, because you cannot control your dreams. Right? Right? Any question about it? Any follow-up question? Yeah.
Can I add on?
Can you better pass a mic on? Yeah. It's better you come here. Just to show that you're asking a question.
Good afternoon, Bhante, and all my sisters and brothers in the Dharma. I just like to add on regarding this people who already passed away, because recently my mother-in-law passed away. That was last month on the 25th. And then it so happened, after she passed away, I have a niece who has a third eye. She can see spirits. And then she told me, usually, Chinese, we have prayers. And for prayers, we offer lunch and all that. And then one day, she came and told me, she said, Mama came back. Mama is the grandmother, the spirit of the grandmother. Came back, and then she said, Mama didn't eat enough, because when we offer her small bowls. So she said, perhaps next time you offer bigger bowl. So my niece has this power of third eye. She can really see those who are really passed away. Not only my mother-in-law, those relative who already passed away, she can also communicate with them. Just that.
You are making us scared.
Sometimes I'm quite surprised, because at times she cried to her mother because she saw some spirits with bad drinking, those unfortunate spirits. Then she was very scared, and she told her mother what she saw.
Interesting.
Okay, so thank you.
I mean, for me, I have a lot of stories like this. But at a certain point, for that person, it can become a certain nuisance. Always, what if that we have the 16 hertz capacity of a dome? Domes can hear a lot of sounds. Then we cannot even sleep at night. Every small ghost sound we can hear. Can you sleep? That is a.
She's worried because sometimes.
Yes, that's why dogs cannot sleep. They pretend they sleep. They are not sleeping. Always watchful. So that's why humans, we are lucky. We have it. But don't worry, these people cannot harm you. I think we can relate this to another incident, Buddha Puja. People put very small amount of food for the Buddha Puja. The idea is we can't eat them, so we throw away. Why we keep a full bowl of food. Right? Now we normally advise people, if you offer something to the Buddha, you put it in a way that the real Buddha is hidden. Right? That is one thing. But don't waste food. Right? There is no problem to eat what you offer to the Buddha, right? Don't throw away. Sri Lankans don't eat. They don't eat. Because there are some Mahayana sutras where they say if you eat the Buddha's food, you become a python. Who would like to be a python in the jungle? Like what happened to King Ashoka, who sent Dhamma to Sri Lanka, Burma, Thailand, who helped his son to become a monk, Arhan Mahinda, whose relics came here a month ago, whose daughter became a nun, Sanghamita, who brought the Mahabodhi tree to Sri Lanka. This man became a python. You know that story?
No.
No? You got scared? He became a python. Why? He made 84,000 temples. 84,000 temples. Ashoka. Temples. And he sent 9 emissaries to 9 countries. One is Suvarnabhumi. What is Suvarnabhumi? The whole Malayan kingdom. They don't accept that. We go as north as up. You will see near Kedah, those areas you find Thai, Siamese areas. You can find out the Buddhist remains. Anyways, our focus is Ashoka. King Ashoka became a python. What happened was that before he passing away, the 2 girls, they were fanning him. It is said that one fan hit him by a mistake. He got angry, he passed away. When you pass away with anger, you will become a snake, definitely. Be very careful. Passing away with anger definitely causes you to be born as a snake. But these snakes are always angry because of the pain that they are going through, most of the snakes. So the idea here is that there are a lot of stories with regard to these things, but they cannot do anything. We can communicate with them by doing practice. Otherwise, we cannot depend on the dreams. Dreams can happen for a variety of reasons. Second, is generosity, I think, follow-up question to our morning talk, is generosity easy for us to smoothen our spiritual path? Or do we need other chetanas?
Criteria.
Huh?
Criteria.
Is it your question?
Criteria.
Criteria, okay, criteria. Alright. Your question is dana or chaga easy for us to smoothen? Yes. Dana, now when I say practice 10 paramitas, first is dana. So what you have to do is you have to continue with other practices also at the same time. Not even dana, sila, nekkhamma, they all have to be practiced simultaneously. So definitely dana is a starting point, entry point. Because if you check the numbers, the people who go to give dana and who go to listen to Dhamma talk and meditation is quite different, right? It is not that they don't like to hear Dhamma talk, they cannot understand. No. Please understand, you are blessed if you could understand Dhamma. Why some people cannot understand past bad karma in the past life? Not enough virya, lack of virya. So, if that is the case, we have to open a certain light activity for everybody, that is dana. But when they practice dana, we have to slowly tell them, this is not the place that you have to end up. You have to practice other 9 qualities as well, paramitas. So I think, yes, it can smoothen us, it can maintain our practice, it can help us navigate our Dhamma path. Other criteria means other 9. They all have to be practiced together. Don't just end up with the dana. Then King Ashoka would have not born in animal kingdom. King Ashoka, you can't do even closer to Ashoka. Right? 84,000 temples. Can you do that? Never, you can't do it. That's why dana, you should not only depend on dana. Yes. Can you come over here? Yes.
No question.
Yeah.
I want to ask, what we do is people needs people needs before not on protecting and propagating Dharma. You know, the king he killed a lot of.
No, he was an emperor, not a king. Emperor. Emperor is bigger than a king. Yes, he killed 100,000 people. But what made him to be reborn as a python was not those things. Then think about Angulimala. That is a different thing. What made him to be reborn as a python was because he was angry.
Ask them go through there. Because basically,
Sometimes when you have a lot of comforts, even for a small thing, you get
we want
angry.
to take photo.
Very uncomfortable.
That means we want to ask.
Despite knowing the virtues of forgiveness, one cannot totally erase the incident that has occurred. As commonly expressed, one can forgive but cannot forget. So how do we overcome this Bhante? I did not tell that to erase anything. You can't erase. You cannot erase your past. What did I say is, deconstruct the connection that you have to that event. Events are there. Everybody has their own events. Past, you can't erase. Then you have to die. The only way to erase this, you have to die one day. The way you look at that particular incident will be different now after you understood the forgiveness. Otherwise, you can't delete or erase. The idea that you can forgive but not forget is a Christian idea. Don't bring to Buddhism. This is a Christian idea. They say that. But in Buddhism, we go beyond this context. Right? So we have a way to look at our bad incidents, events. Actually, now when you practice forgiveness, they are not going to be bad anymore as well. You look at them with upekka. You change your mindset, upekka. That means you don't interpret them again as sukha or dukkha. You have a balanced mind. It happens. Everybody makes mistakes. I make mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes. Right? So then why not? I just change the way I look at it. So overcoming means change the way you look at your past negative event. I think I will answer these questions and open for the floor, otherwise then we take time. Forgiveness is a process. Can we put it as ignorance? Yeah, forgiveness is a process because we do small projects, spiritual projects to understand. You cannot do it in one day. Even this forgiveness meditation, you should not do every day. Your everyday meditation is breath meditation, anapanasati and metta. But once a week, twice a week, you can do this forgiveness meditation. And because when some people go back to forgive other people, they end up with a lot of anger. Why? When they go to the incident, then they are judging. I was mistreated by this person, I cannot forgive, I have to hold on to that. They cannot. So better to do it with the backup of the anapanasati and metta. Your backup is anapanasati and metta. Without that backup, don't go to this level, forgiveness. Because you might validate yourself. You might validate them for what they did for you. Can we put it as ignorance? Forgiveness is a process, yes, that's true. Can we put it as, it's not ignorance. We were stuck in these issues because of ignorance, but if you understand forgiveness is a process, that is wisdom. That is not ignorance. But if you think forgiveness is a one-day activity, that is ignorance. But if you know forgiveness is a process, that is wisdom. You understand, one day I can get over this issue. Lots of wisdom you have at that point. For walking meditation, can we include walking backwards like this? Oh, really? I advise if you have a real chair, you can do it. Like a car. There's one man in Canada who was doing meditating on Django. He was saying, I almost going to stumble upon the wall. I said, how do you walk? I closed my eyes like Nana Pana. You are terrible, actually. I said, lucky that the temple has only walls. That is for the sitting meditation. Close your eyes. Right? So he was like a very goose-like walking, almost going to stumble upon the wall. His head, knocking the head. I said, open your eyes. Wait, you have to see things, but don't interpret. Hear sounds, don't interpret. So, I don't recommend this idea because you are normally not walking backwards. You walk forward. You turn around and walk. Not like this. What do you think? Has anybody benefited from walking backwards? Tell me.
This is good exercise actually. Good exercise. One day calories like what is exercise
Walking backwards is a good exercise. No, I'm not. I'm ignored about it. I'm sorry.
in terms of generally this is looking forward to if you exercise what you feel
That's good exercise. Fitness. Yes. Fitness and meditation don't two things. Oh, exercise we jump also. We jump and we hang also. So they are two different things. Buddhist practices and exercise, you might think walking is a good exercise, but we are making the meditation. Not just burning the calorie. Let's say after you have your lunch, you go to the mall and you people walk. People watching in the mall. Is this meditation? Good to burn your calories, but to meditate, you have to watch how you walk. That's a different level. So,
Bhante, here. Bhante, actually it's my question.
interesting. Very nice.
Because I think when you walk forward, we are watching our steps.
Yes.
So it's like heel and toe, heel and toe. So when we walk backwards, it is toe, heel, toe, heel. It's a different kind of observation. It helps us to focus also, Bhante.
Well, I mean, if it helps you, you can go ahead. But there are 4 postures Buddha asks us to practice. That is going, walking, gacchant. Not what you call pacha gacchant. In Pali we call it gacchant, right? Pali word gacchant is what you call walk. Then if you have to find the Pali word for this, pacha gacchant. That's not what Buddha said, but normally gacchanta. Gacchanta, then titta, tittanta. There are 4 postures. Tittanta. Tittanta, then there are 4 types of postures. Walking, lying, sitting, standing. And the other thing is some people feel dizzy when they walk backwards. They can feel, they can trip actually. So I think I'm not advising from the meditation point, but if you think it helps you, you can be a wonderful being, you never know. So, yes, alright. How many times can we forgive when we know leopard never changed its spots? It is not by looking at whether the bad person changes or not, we are going to activate our buttons. We push our buttons not by looking at whether he or she will be changed. We do it just to heal us. We cannot change other people. Plus other people don't like to be changed also. They have their own ways of change. We don't want to trouble about it. right? So, leopard never changes. It's a leopard. But I think human can change at a certain point. So we are not looking at how the bad person is changing or not going to do our forgiveness. We are supposed to do it because it helps us to heal from the wounds that we went through from the other people. How soon is rebirth after a person passes away? Split second. Split second. Like there's no gap. You die, you go. Okay. Only Tibetan Buddhism talks about Bharaguru stage. They talk about the Bharaguru, 49 days, but it's not true. In Indian Buddhism, that's a cultural Tibet version of their version of understanding. One of my professors, when I was an undergraduate, he said something very interesting. He said his wife passed away, and then now in Sri Lanka you keep the coffin for 4 days, and they have astrology has impacted days. You can't do the funeral on a Wednesday. Right? There are some days that they are doing. So Buddhism in some part of Sri Lanka, sometimes they are affected by cultural events. He said while the coffin was inside the house, he went to the temple, gave the 7-day dana. In Sri Lanka, they have 7-day dana, 3 months dana, 1 year dana. So we don't have to wait for 7 days. But the problem is, if you want to give a dana at a temple, monks will advise you can't give it now. Wait for 7 days. Because their calendar is full of danas on their side. On their side, it's right because they cannot accommodate. Because they are maintaining their dana calendar in a 7-week time, 3 months time, 1 year time. If one devotee is asking, I want to give dana tomorrow for my mother who passed away today, no, 7 days. Somebody's dana is today, tomorrow. So he said, different figure, he said, I give my wife dana in a day. Because why? My wife, in my understanding, everybody in Buddhism, when they pass away, they are reborn at the same time. Then why we are delaying our departed person? Such a bad thing. You put in the midway and you are happy showing the coffin to other people. Right? If it is a cultural event, just keep it, but you should do what they need. In the sutta called Tirokutta Sutta, there the ghosts are talking, the departed ones are talking. It says that departed ones are saying to the living relatives, don't cry for us. We know that is no benefit for us. Give us good karmas as soon as you can. They don't want your tears because they already left. Tears won't help them. You are crying because of the emotional attachment. That's true. Only time will help you to stop that. But what they need is good karmas. So, your question, how soon is rebirth? At the same time. In countries or even in Tibet Buddhism, Mahan Buddhism too, they say the person is staying for 7 days to be reborn in a place. There is no interval. They are reborn at the same time. That's the answer.
Bhante, related to this, some in the Theravada tradition, some people say that the person may be reborn as a Gandharva before they are reborn again in one of the 6 realms. What is that? Is there such a thing?
No, that is Theravada school. Theravada school and Abhidhamma, Pali commentaries. Actually, Gandharva is a name. When we die, till we reborn in other place, that split second of time. When we depart our body, I pass away one day. The moment I pass away, my consciousness goes out of the body. Consciousness cannot live longer without the body. It is said that my consciousness, your consciousness will become super smart when they leave the body. Why? At that point, that consciousness has to find a body very fast in a split second of time. Then the consciousness has to be super smart. They say what called psychot in English, psychot. So Gandharva is a name for that, a name for that short time for that consciousness. But in many sutras, Buddha rejects that there is an interval. That is a Theravada. We are talking not Theravada school, no Mahayana school. They are school Buddhism. We are talking about early Buddhism. I think I should tell you how to separate this Theravada, Mahayana in a short way. That's a good idea. Okay. Early Buddhism, Theravada, Mahayana, Vajrayana, and other movements. Okay, how to separate out this issue? Early Buddhism means, there are three Pitakas, Sutta Pitakas, first 4 Nikayas, Tiga Nikaya, Majjhima, Anguttara, Samyutta Nikaya. The Kuddaka Nikaya is a mix. So, what is Theravada? Abhidhamma. Buddha doesn't talk about this Abhidhamma. He said, Mahayana, what was coming from, they all say, Theravada say we are based on early Buddhism. Mahayana was there on early Buddhism. Vajrayana also they are based on early Buddhism. All these movements they are talking the same thing. So we have to focus on early Buddhism, not Theravada. Alright. So, Gandharva idea, saying that the Gandharva is going to a bargo stage for 49 days, or when someone passed away, that person has to wait for 7 days. They are all Theravada, Mahayana, Vajrayana ideas. In early Buddhism, we don't find it. So, when you die, instantly you are. Yes.
I think Antara Bhava is also a
Mahayana. It's Mahayana. Intermediate state. What if we learn to forgive but the other party refuses to let go? What is the concept? I think it's happening in many. It's okay. You can't change other people. Why we are to forgive? Because we have to heal from the incident. Right? Other people may not be able to have that kind of skill, but you understand the problem. You want to be. That's why in the meditation we say, I have to forgive myself first for my mistakes. I have to forgive myself for being mean to other people. Then other people. So it's okay. Don't worry about it. The consequences are for them. When other people cannot forgive, they will carry this to the next life. But remember the man who took loan from another person. There was one man, a very interesting story. There was one man who took loan, borrowed loan, got a lot of help from somebody, but he did not pay back. He was just playing and playing. He passed away. He became a dog in that house. Another man became a cow. You have to pay back. You will not pay in money. You will pay back in the samsara. So consequences mean when you carry the hatred or maybe whatever bad experiences to another life, they will go with you. You go from this life and they also go with you. In a circle. So better to yes. Would you mind take the mic? Please go better.
So, Bhante, what's the criteria to know that we have truly forgiven? I think Bhante has mentioned, but if Bhante can list it out a little bit, what is the feeling or the experience that you have already forgiven?
What is the feeling? What is
you have successfully forgiven?
How to know whether we forgave? You are not carrying any past. You are not carrying those past. You don't even remember. When you ask from some people, they will say the dates, even time also. In 90s, in the month of February, you did this to me. I know I have some time written down. Yeah, they do what do you call hatred. What do you call journaling? Hatred journaling. They did write it down. I should have not experienced that and did it. Something should happen to you, such ill will. Yeah. So then when you don't have these thoughts, then that is an indication you have already forgiven. You can do your daily works without any problem. Past does not affect you, mean you have forgiven them. But many people, past affects every moment. Not in a good way, in that negative. Okay, I will sort of speed up. May I know how to end the forgiveness meditation after completed forgiveness for yourself, forgiveness of others? Okay, you want to know the ending. It is like open up the scar and then heal the scar in a proper way. I think you are not digging, you are not opening the scar. You already know it is a scar. So what I was trying to say with the meditation, forgiveness meditation is, when you go into that past event, don't go with hatred. Normally you go with hatred. Generally speaking, you go to the past event with hatred. You are not even going to the event, you are so trembled. But now you are going to the event with so much understanding. I am going there to forgive the person. So then, you are not opening this, the wound. You don't call it a wound anymore. You call it an incident that happened. Right? So you are going there to understand what happened and then give a full of forgiveness to anybody involved. So it's not that you are opening the soul. And forgiveness meditation is not a plaster. When you have a wound, you might put plasters, but the wound is not going to heal. This is a perfect treatment for the wound, not a plaster treatment. Could we receive the Satipatthana Sutta? What does it mean? Could we receive the Satipatthana Sutta? May I read properly? Understand?
Yeah.
Could be received. That means you need to learn Satipatthana Sutta. Then you can read, definitely. Alright, if you have any other questions, you can ask. Another question. It's a long question. 2 questions. Energy, how to generate virya, balanced energy. How to generate when you understand kusala states, the 10 kusalas. You know 10 kusalas, right? Those 10 kusalas. What you call not killing, not stealing, not sexually misbehaving, not lying, not backbiting, not hurting other people with the speech, not gossiping. Then, not having covetousness, strong lobha, avijja, today we discussed, not having ill will, not having wrong will. Now tell me, when you look at this list, you understand the problems in our life. In a moment of time, we may go to one of them, if we are not careful. Enough. Now when you know that, what you have to do, the opposite. Take care of other beings, respect what other people have, you are sexually behaving well, you are talking the truth, you are always trying to bring people together, unite, you are always trying to talk carefully, not hurting other people, you are always talking beneficial, important talks, you are not having a lot of greed, You are having a lot of metta, you are having samadhi. What will happen to you? You are creating an energy to do. You want to do that. That is energy. That is how you create energy. So the more you understand these things, the more energy coming out naturally. It's like 10 ponds. 10 ponds on a mountain. I would say blue colored turquoise water ponds that are located in a mountain. You don't see water coming up, going back. Where is the water coming out? Tell me. Huh? No water bubbling out of the ground. Fountains. So how come these 10 ponds have water? Water bubbling from itself. In the same way, the more you understand these 10, the energy is coming automatically. You don't need water in the river. Alright? Balance. Now let's say you have energy, you know what to do. Now you have to balance them. Right? Let's say you have lots of food. What to do now? You have to eat carefully. Eat moderately. Not that you keep all the food to eat for the whole month. Yeah, you get sick. Then you might sometimes share. You might sometimes maybe give back, eat. You plan. So now when you have energy, natural energy like a fountain, and you get automatic or natural water, you are going to balance that both. Otherwise, water will probably flood. You have to find out what to do with those energy. Which suttas to read? Enthusiasm. Suttas, okay. Suttas, Satya Vimanga Sutta given by Arahant Sariputta, Maha Chattana Sutta. I can't remember the number here. Majjhima Nikaya. Find out. Maha Chattana Majjhima Nikaya 197. So there are a lot of suttas. Can you go to Sutta Center? I'm going to show you how to do this. Alright, go to Google, Sutta Central, okay, this one, and you can see here the search button. You can type maybe Viriya. When you type Viriya, you can see all the Viriya places. You can see. Let's say we're going to click one sutta. See? The chapter of arousing energy. See? And you want to click on the parables. Parallels, you can see. Virya Rambhava, see? Okay, lot of sources for that. With IT and AI, artificial intelligence, pervasive use of smartphones and computers, our brains are being rewired. Less focus, attention, span, patience, etc. What is Bhante's view and advice on this? IT and AI. I think they are very valuable sources. I normally look at it this way. It is not the problem with the AI or IT. It is us who don't know how to use those gadgets. There are people who wake up to the phone, who sleep to the phone. We should be able to put it away whenever we want. Right? And it's like a knife. It's like a knife. Again, I told you already. If you have a knife, you want to cut vegetables off, you do that. You don't want to cut your hand with that knife. Right? Surgeons use the same knife to do the operations. They cut very carefully. They know where to cut. But there may be somebody who is going to grab that knife, the same knife which is used for cooking, and then stab somebody. Whose problem is this? Knife problem or the man's problem? Huh? Man's problem. So is the social media, gadgets, IT. They are valuable sources nowadays. Long time ago, when the monk is giving a dhamma talk, you just write down, you don't check anything. Everything is true. But nowadays, people are checking the Sutra. What is the reference? I like the idea actually. Yes, go do it. How many good things are there on the internet? About how many of you checking your health through internet? Only when you get sick you check. You get a big problem, surgery, you go check. Then things are too late at that point. So many valuable verified information on Google on proper valuable sites. But unfortunately we are ending up with a lot of gossip on social media. Every day clicking on the social media stuff, unnecessary gossip, wasting our time. When one person shares the gossip, everybody is going to read that gossip. And the whole day will be a gossip town, Gossip factory, misinformation factory. And then after some time you blame it is because of IT and AI. Our life went down, honestly but slow. Whenever you had a lot of opportunities to take benefit from social media, maybe networking sites, AI, you should use for the right purpose. So I think when you use them, misuse them, yes, you have less focus, attention problem. Yes, nowadays, many people, they are patient. Why? Tell me why. Through internet, things have been very quick. You order through Grab, food, very fast food is coming. You don't want to go to the mall, because when you go to the mall, price is double. You go to the mall, take a photo, and then order online. Why do we have to pay for the mall people? It's 5 ringgit is the pen, but I don't price it. You go home and they see 2 ringgit is the pen online. And you order it, and the guy is coming to be. So now, young generation with that understand, they think everything should be quick like this. A lot of young people, because of this quick things through AI, young people cannot take a lot of pain in today's world. They are not patient. They didn't like to hard work. They always say they want to smart work, but what many of they do is they cut corners. They want to cut corners. There are some good things too. So we should be able to take the pain. There should be an enjoyable journey sometimes. Taking pain. So maybe the way we look at Vedananupasana, right? You don't take it as a pain. You think pain is a learning for me. Rejection is a learning for me. Right? Nowadays, many people cannot take the rejection. Right? But sometimes when you reject 1, 2, 3 times, the disguised blessings coming. Until that time, blessings will not come to the life. You have to reject. Right? Like the Jack Ma saying, I was rejected 10 times. He always says that. Yeah, we always say, I was rejected 10 times. Then the blessings came to me. Sometimes we have to fail.
In order to be successful.
Yes, we have to fail and reject. We lose. That is a blessing sometimes. Anyways, so IT, some people, they don't understand, they are having a lot of people, they have attention issues and all these problems. It's not the problem of gadgets, it's a problem of no gadget told you to do that stuff. But be careful now. IT things they are smartly pushing us to internet a lot. Let's say you go and watch a YouTube video. Then YouTube knows what you search. What they need to do is on this side autoplay. Then you will end up the whole evening by watching videos. You watch one Dhamma and similar Dhammas all coming up. You watch one cooking video, many cooking videos, YouTube knows what you search. They track you. Who is going to watch one video and carefully withdraw it once and from YouTube and do other things? You want to only watch one video for cooking dim sum. But then you end up by knowing a lot of unnecessary information. Yes. Alright, so we can take maybe 1 or 2 questions and then we have to go for the rest of the day. Any more questions about behind the time? Yeah. Understand.
Okay, so any more questions? No?
Actually, we are supposed to take a break from 2:50 to 2:30. After that is a reflection. So you you can take a rest during that time too. So we will take the 5 minutes for any other questions because you're done. We will sacrifice our break for the Q&A. Any questions about forgiveness? Our last talk today in our retreat.
Okay, while you all are thinking of the question, today's interview, I will read out the names. That means you all will go in this order, okay? And I request those who are going for the interview, after this, please go down to the first floor. I don't want to walk up and down to call you, okay, like yesterday. Please go down to the first floor and wait. Alright, thank you. Okay, number 1 is Sister Sherry Lim. Number 2 is Sister Meta Ham. Number 3 is Sister Tu Yin Eng. Number 4 is Brother Danny Kyo. Number 5, I have a group of 3 people, Sister Mo Su Bang, Sister Ong Wei Liu, and Sister Sumita Cheong. And then I have number 6, Sister Helen Tan. Number 7, Sister Jasmine Lin. Number 8, Sister Delisha Kwa. And number 9, Jolene Han. If anybody else wants to have interview with Bhante, please let me know and we see whether we can slot you in. Right? Oh, okay. Okay, one more, the last one.
Yeah, so okay, 11.
10.
Okay.
But
We will see how
what
it
is
goes.
the-
Other people will be waiting and then we will see whether we can respond to them. Alright, so we will take 3 more minutes for any question about forgiveness. Yes, please. Raise your mind. Something happened.
Since our program today is regarding forgiveness, I have a friend. I have a friend who is not mindful with her words, and she always says some hurtful things to other people. And so happened that this person that she hurt is a very close friend of hers. And then and when this friend was hurt by her words, she did not realize it. And then, as a friend, how do I advise this friend who's been hurt? And do I have to tell the truth to advise the other friend to be mindful of your words or what? I don't know what to do. So now I'm keeping quiet. But,
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
It's a very individualistic question. What I can think about off the mind is that now one thing is that if your friend is being hurt, is being hurt by the other friend's activities, she can make a decision. One thing is if she is very close to her, maybe she can tell her. I don't know whether it is happening already. She can tell her. If she is not understanding, she is continuing to be that rude, maybe without intention too, then the friend can take her own safe distance from her. Then she will understand once there is something wrong. We are not supposed to be vulnerable to anybody's hurt. Right? As a Buddhist, you should never be vulnerable to anyone's bad behavior. Some people who don't know this, they are continuing to be vulnerable. I always tell the story of the cobra. I think many of my students know. Right? I think I should tell that story, but there are many others who don't. In one of the suttas, it is said that there was a cobra on a full moon day, full moon or new moon. He thought, today I better be careful. I'm only responding very quickly, reacting. So I want to go to the temple, the ascetic temple in the forest, and then ask the ascetic to give me the present. At that time, animals used to talk, but somehow they lost the conversational ability. After many centuries, don't know what happened to them. Buddha's time, all the animals talk. Dogs talk, cows talk, snake was talk. Right? I don't know how they talk, but they talk. Maybe somebody thinks how they talk. So this cobra went to the ascetic monastery and then said to the ascetic, dear ascetic, today I came here because it is a new moon or full moon. I want to take the 5 precepts. The ascetic said, no, I'm not going to give you because you are a cobra. You cannot take the precept. There's no point of giving the precept. No, I'm serious. I will give some extra mindfulness to this issue. So please give me the 5 precepts. Then ascetic said, okay. Then I don't know how the cobra took the precept as well, but he said he took the precepts. And then somehow now cobra was advised how to take care of the precept in some ways by the ascetic. Now he was going somewhere out to the preceptic. Somewhere on the way, he got stuck into a stack of firewood. One farmer was cutting a tree to make some firewood for his house. So he got into that stack. He put another couple of firewood on that. He got stuck. Now he cannot bite. He cannot stay because sila. I have sila. I protect my sila. Not kill him. If I mistake, this guy will die. So he was be very patient, tolerating that tree. And then now the farmer was bringing that stack of firewood into his house. He was stuck between the fire. And then he dropped in front of his house. He saw a tail wagging on the side. Oh, the snake came to my, he was scared. He took a stick. He was trying to let it loose. Then the snake was not making any sound, no hiss, no hissing. Slowly walking. Okay, rattlesnake. What a pity on the rattlesnake. It's not rattlesnake, it's a cobra. So at that time, there was a custom that when you take the precepts, like how you do today, by the evening you have to go to the temple or monastery or hermitage. You have to tell the ascetic or the senior monk the progress, whether you have been able to practice or not. It's good that you know that whether you can practice. Then from afar, ascetic saw the snake is not comfortable. Then he asked, hello cobra, how is the status of your sila today? Look what happened to me. Result of my sila today. And then he asked, what happened to you? He said, I was going out taking precept. He was thinking his wisdom. Then he said, okay, what I told you was not to kill, but you could have shown the farmer you can bite, but you are not going to bite. You could have hissed, then the farmer might have been terrified and let you go. Sometimes when we are in trouble, we have to show some courage. Then other people will like, oh, okay. Then they let you go, otherwise they will never let you go and then something will happen. So as a Buddhist, we should learn from this story. Never ever let other people wash their hands on your head. That is not being Buddhist. Because when you let them do that, you will have lots of hatred one day. One day, not that day, you are patient, one day you think, well, all these people took advantage of my life. My everybody, my family, my everybody. Then you cannot forgive. You come to this point, you are not able to forgive because you are the one who set those standards in your life, low standards. So never ever let other people take advantage of you. Look at the Buddha. When Buddha went to his hometown, did people accept him? How did they respond to him? Oh, they didn't care about you. You are a small guy, young guy. We don't have to respect you. Then Buddha had to show his power. Twin miracle. There are events. Sometimes we have to show some miracles to others. Some magic, don't do a magic. Some miracles I can do, but I'm not going to do it. Good guy, you know. So that is how we have to understand. Alright, so then let's move on to our interviews, what we call reflection time. So please use this time for a couple of minutes for your rest, maybe go downstairs for having a tea, coffee, go watch food. and do meditation, your what you call breath meditation, walking meditation, forgiveness meditation, please be mindful to keep the noble silence. Please don't try to talk, because today is a time that we are not going to talk. Not talking is a good karma sometimes. It is not that silence you have in your house, so when you enter with somebody in the house, that is my enemy. It's not a silence. You don't talk, because I don't want to talk. But this silence is a kusala silence. You are not talking because you want to calm yourself. It's good for you. Okay? So try to keep the silence. You can do the walking meditation and everything. I'll be seeing you by 4 p.m. 4 p.m. we are having feedback sessions. I would like you to come and probably you can share your wisdom, what you learned today, yesterday. That is good for other people to be encouraged and then to know what they learned. Right? So, say, sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
For the feedback session, we would also appreciate if you could give us feedback on the organizing of this retreat. Maybe we can improve in our next retreat or something, okay? Any constructive feedback we will accept.
I'm very happy for this time. The temple has been updating and accommodating a lot of things, because we had a retreat in January, first retreat, so very impressed so far. I hope that both sides, experience and as facilities, everything discuss. Good.
There's water at the side here if anybody wants it. So for those interview participants, can you please move down to the first floor? Thank you.
Oh, low bat already. Low bat.
Okay, low bat.
Low bat.
Means you already record.
Yep. Yeah.